Great American Beer Festival 2016 this is in Denver, Colorado. I'm here with my good friend Joe Falkowski of Liftbridge Brewing Company in Stillwater, Minnesota. Joe, how's things going at Liftbridge?
Awesome. They're great.
What's new there? What coming out with any new beers? Any?
We have some stuff. We got some fun stuff in barrels that we haven't really talked about releasing yet, like a Wee Heavy. Oops, am I supposed to say it out loud? Again, we have some Farm Girl that we.
Is that a scoop?
Yeah, maybe. We have some Farm Girl that we've been aging in wine barrels, some Chardonnay and a red wine barrel. So you'll see those pretty soon. So
that sounds tasty. I want to try Farm Girl aged in a white wine barrel, particularly.
I will give you a call.
Yeah, please do. So in the past couple of years, I've had the opportunity to come out there for blending of the Commander, which is always a real blast. I so enjoy doing that. What kind of funky stuff you got going into the Commander mix this year?
That's a good question. Would you like to come this year?
Of course.
Sweet. All right. Got your spot again. We took some and aged some in a gin barrel from the J. Carver Brewery or Distillery. I haven't had it yet, so it's just sitting in the warehouse waiting, aging. I hope we pull some of that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Wow, that'd be really interesting. So I don't know. Did you pour me pumpkin or did you pour me Silhouette? What did you pour me?
Pumpkin, a barrel-aged Imperial Pumpkin Porter. It was a one-off that we decided to do a couple years ago, or last year. Aged it in bourbon barrels for a year. It's a second-use barrel from our Silhouette barrels, so the bourbon character is a lot smaller and lower, not as big, and it's also not overly pumpkin-y because we're not really like I love pumpkin beers, but I realize that most people don't, and so it's just got a little hint of that. The chocolate kind of pulls through mostly, and then the vanilla and the oakiness of the barrel.
Yeah, it really is. It's I wouldn't have said this is a pumpkin beer. It's not even really particularly a spiced beer in the sense that most pumpkin beers are. It really is chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah, it's tasty. That was the first beer I poured today, so for myself. So
yeah, it is tasty. Anyone who's afraid of pumpkin beers, go ahead and give this one a shot because you won't be disappointed. It's not your typical pumpkin beer. I know this isn't the first time you've been out to GABF. Is this the first time you've been with Liftbridge?
This is the first time Liftbridge has been here and pouring. So I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah. I've been around to GABF a handful of times, and I've always just been a spectator and coming out with the distributor and stuff. And this is the first year actually pouring on the floor, and it's kind of cool to be around everybody. And out of all the beer fests that we do every year, ABR and Winterfest and all that, like this is insane. How this is a well-oiled machine, and there's 500 breweries, and it's broken up and regionally, and then brew pubs, and it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun too, coming out and seeing familiar faces, and it's like beer camp, I guess.
Yeah, it is kind of like beer camp. It is. So the stats that I got are there are something over 700 breweries and 3,800 beers being poured here.
That is insane.
That is insane. It is completely insane. So I assume you're going to get a chance to wander around the hall. Some people come with a strategy, a way they work. My strategy the last couple of years has just been go to places you've never heard of. Do you have a strategy?
No, a lot of it's recommendations from friends and from breweries from around town and around the country and stuff like, oh, hey, my buddy works over at this place, you should go try their stuff. Or I saw this guy Max today that I haven't seen in forever, and he's at a brewery out of Colorado that I'm going to go try their beers. And I do have the favorites that I hit. I love my Firestone Walker and Russian River and stuff like that. I'm a dork after all, and but I hit those, and
Sometimes I skip some of those bigger breweries that you mentioned because I have this real firm, sort of thing that I don't wait in line for beer.
Yeah.
Because especially in a place where there are 700 breweries and somebody doesn't have a line.
That's I generally agree with that. I don't ever get too overhyped over a beer. I always think that there's somebody making something equally as good. This whole Wales thing that the dorks talk about, yeah, there's beers out there like there's these double IPAs and barrel aged imperial stouts and all this that people would sell a limb to get a bottle of, but I think you can easily find that, even from Minnesota breweries too. Like I think we're putting out some really, really good beers, but it's fun to try these little guys that you've never heard of, because they, who knows, they could be the next, Lagunitas or Surly or the next Liftbridge. Huh?
Absolutely.
Shameless plug.
Nothing wrong with shameless plugs. So, Joe, thanks for giving us a couple of minutes of your time. Cheers.
Thanks. Let's go get some more beer. Let's get some new beer.
Yeah, definitely.